Well, good afternoon. The snow they told us yesterday we were going to get, we aren't going to get. Now they're saying up to an inch possible. But it's begun to snow finally. Hello, birdie. Getting Suki out of the house. I've been working on setting up a LED strip light up above my puzzle table. It's fabulously light, bright, no shadows. So I got the light installed and it's ready to go. Set up the new TV. Oh man, I've heard about privacy issues these days, and things are really changing where before I could set the TV up to use, I had to go through agreeing to their privacy policies, which includes sharing all of my personal information with anybody they want. This is the LG TV. And they said, you don't have to agree to this, but if you don't, some of the features and the capabilities, the entertainment, the whatevers, will be disabled. Well, what the hell? I just paid for a new TV, and you're telling me the ground rules? This is not right. This is not fair. And what do? Do you say, no, I don't agree to this? You might as well send the TV back. Oh. So, said, all right, fine. I don't have anything to hide. I don't have anything you want. Maybe I do, but I don't know what else to do. Going along, trying to discover how the smart TV apps work that they have built in there, I finally understood why somebody would buy a Roku streaming device, because there are things that are not native to the LG app lineup, one of which is PBS. Well, come on. So I'm at the point where I've added the Netflix, the Amazon Prime, I don't know what else there was there. Oh, YouTube. I'll live with it for now, but really I'm thinking the Roku streaming stick, which I have on the living room TV, has been superbly capable. Very fast, long-range Wi-Fi for one. I really like it. And on that one, on Roku, you can add any streaming service app you want. Earlier in the week or last week, I signed up to support PBS. That gets me the Passport app, which lets me view all of the PBS library. Hell of a good deal. So that's ironic that I just signed up to get that, and this new TV doesn't let me have it. So I'll use it in the living room. That's the sort of stuff, the content that I would really use as a captive audience watching TV rather than assembling a puzzle while watching. That's the kind of stuff the Amazon Prime old movies and the lesser compelling content deserve. Well, let's go see how the ice looks on Otter Pond. I have found a recipe for peanut brittle, and I bought the peanuts and the corn syrup a few weeks ago, and then looked at my candy thermometer. Yeah, it's still in there. I'd forgotten that I had bought a digital meat or candy thermometer several years ago. I forgot about it, never used it. It takes forever to react. So a couple nights ago I thought, you know what? Let's go for it. I haven't made candy. Last time I made candy was fudge when I was a kid with my grandmother. I think I tried it again 40 years ago or so and was really disgusted by it because you get it up to a certain temperature and then you quickly remove it from the heat. You mix in the vanilla or something, I think, and you mix it hard and fast and then pour it into a loaf pan. And it began to set up before you're done. And I've never forgotten that failure. Well, it wasn't a failure. It tasted good, but it wasn't in a nice finished form. So that was one of the drawbacks from making candy. This peanut brittle you heat up to 280, and it takes forever to begin to move up past 220, 225, 230. You think, well, I might as well just give up. This is going to take, it's got to get to 280, and then it turns the corner. It begins to go up more quickly. When it hits 280, you stir in the peanuts and the something else, and you mix it all around, and then you keep heating it, stirring continuously. Oh, look at the ripples in the water. Something's under there. Yeah. I wonder if we'll see something surface. It began right up by shore here. I didn't see it until it was moving along in there. Wonder if there's a den or lodge up under that humped up. Anyway, okay. 280. Well, the thermometer is, I got rid of the electronic one because it finally, being right on the edge of the kettle, it overheated to the point where the digital display was just like every pixel in it was turned on. You couldn't read it. And I had that happen with my oven timer. So I knew what was going on. I'll get that out of here and get the old-time mercury glass candy thermometer out. And that clips onto the edge of the saucepan, but it just keeps wobbling back and forth. You got to hold on to that with one hand and stir the kettle with the other. But this is the first time I've done this, so you're learning it. Well, it went up to 285, 290, 293, 294. Well, then all of a sudden it hit 300. Holy crap, okay. Get the thermometer out of there, dump the tablespoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of baking soda in there and beat like hell, like it says in the instructions. Beat, I didn't say frantically, but words similar to that. Did that for 30 seconds and then poured that into a parchment-lined cookie sheet. The instructions seem to indicate that it will self-level. No, it won't. It's way too thick. So I push it around with a wooden spoon, shake it a little bit. No, it's not moving. You just, you're done. And let it set up. And once it's set up and cooled off, it is as like hard as a rock. How do they do that? I mean, who ever learned all this? Broke off a piece later in the evening. Oh my God, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Sort of pigged out on it last night. Jeez, I can't do that. But it makes a lot. I didn't think it was going to make very much, but yeah. You got 2 chock full quart Ziploc bags. I want to give away a bunch of it. I can't justify keeping that all myself. That's greed. Well, I'm wanting that animal to come back. Why didn't I get a picture of this with the game camera? It's a wraith. It's a ghost. Well, it'll be interesting as we... Well, look how much this has been used. Be interesting as the winter goes on. Well, I'm going to go sit and observe. Well, if I keep quiet, maybe something will show itself. Well, the final debate is on tonight. And they have mute buttons. I'm just wondering if Trump, knowing that, is going to bring along a bullhorn. If he yells loud enough, any microphone could hear him. I wouldn't. I'm being facetious about the bullhorn, the megaphone, but I'm seriously thinking he could yell. He could leave his podium and walk over to Joe Biden's podium and yell at him loud enough that the microphone could hear him. I wouldn't put it past him at all. There is nothing he won't stoop to, seriously, or hasn't stooped to. My lady friend paid a visit this morning. Oh dear. She has become very unafraid. She has become very comfortable. This morning she was in the backyard, the north yard, between the house and the drain field. I mean, she was right 20 feet from the house, not paying any attention. Earlier, this morning when I got up, turned on the yard lights, she was right there, north side of the house, just eating away. She didn't even seem to notice that, oh, there's suddenly light out here. I'm not telling Chuck. Then I told him some months ago, a year ago, that all of the wildlife on this acreage is safe. I want this to be a haven for wildlife. They don't have to be worried about suddenly being shot or murdered, except, I said, the deer. Because knowing that he wants to hunt out here. Well, he's not real serious about hunting when he comes out here during the gun deer season. Walks around for half an hour and then comes back in. And if he knew about the doe, I'm afraid she would be dispatched. So I'm not going to share that with him. If he comes out here to hunt, I can't stand the thought of her just being blasted into oblivion just for living. Living while a deer. I'm beginning to enjoy her presence around the house, outside, watching her, photographing her. Go to the meat market and buy a bunch of steaks. You don't need to eat venison. Maybe it tastes like venison, but sacrifice just a little bit, huh? Well, I haven't seen any ripples in the water. Any larger ripples like would indicate a swimming muskrat or beaver. If it's a beaver, I'd be really surprised because they are not shy about showing themselves, being defensive of their territory. Well, okay. That's another thing dogs can do that we sure can't. They can take off running through underbrush like that. Having those narrow heads and bodies. Just weave in and out. Oh, Lulu is really good at it. She can go 20 miles an hour through underbrush. She never seems to get hurt. Yes, I'm going this way. Sorry. It occurred to me yesterday, I need to hand shovel this. Why would I want to try to get a snowblower in here? Unless we get 12, 15 inches of snow, okay. But hand shoveling is a lot quicker. But harder on the back. First winter I had Suki. I had the same shovel I've got now, snow shovel, and we were out in the driveway shoveling. She was full of herself as usual at that age, and I handed her the shovel. She grabbed it. You can see teeth marks in there. I don't know if you can see them, but there's teeth marks all the way along. And she gallivanted and pranced around that yard for, well, endless it seemed like. She was so proud of having that shovel. I had given her first toy, I guess. And she was... I still have pictures. I'll put one or two up. Where did those days go? I handed it to her 4 or 5 years ago. Same thing. She had no interest. Just dropped it at my feet. And don't insult me with such nonsense. Who would ever carry a snow shovel around like they're idiot dogs? That's it for this time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. See you next time.